What up, everybody? It's your boy, Neil, and I'm back with another live segment. Today is a special one. Last night, something kind of came to me, and it was so beautiful. It was so amazing that I just felt like I had to share it with you guys. Um, so this is what happened. For some reason, I can't even remember why. For some reason, I was adding up all the money I've spent so far into my house as far as the mortgage, right? Something just led me to it. This is why I love the way, neo positivity works and where it has your mind take things. Um, so, it's funny, after all the adding up, it came up to $222,000 that I paid so far for my house. So, I said to myself, damn, like, not credit. I didn't borrow $222,000. I've paid that so far. And that's crazy. Like, to think that I handed some entity, a company, whatever, to think that I shelled out $222,000 cash, basically. Even though it was electronic transfers in the moment right now, that's money. Like I said, it wasn't borrowed money. So far, I paid them this much out of what I made. And it was like, damn. Like, I never been able to feel the experience of paying anything to anyone in that amount of money out of pocket. I mortgaged that much, obviously, but a lot more than that. But out of pocket, it was like, it felt good. It felt good to feel like I paid someone $222,000. Like, and I'm not broke afterwards. It doesn't hurt. I'm good right now. I feel good. I just ate breakfast. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. And I never had that feeling before. And here's the thing: I've tried to have that feeling before. In the spirit of manifesting and watering the right seeds. You guys remember I used to water seeds. Water this seed, water that seed, all day watering seeds. So in the spirit of all that, I've come up with so many different exercises to try to feel that. But at the end of the day, your ego steps in, and hey, I tell you, I didn't plot that out. Y'all saw me just grab the stack. There's still some left in the drawer. Like, I didn't even plan that out. That's why I love it. I love how God works. See, there's still some left over. Watch me a 4 under there. I'll take a king. Wow. So anyway, excuse me. The ego won't let you marinate in something that's a lie. The ego's going to come and check you. So send that little knot down. A little bit of heat. That's why I always do segments on tricking your ego. And this is another way. This is a great way of tricking your ego, as a matter of fact, because you're literally telling it to shut up. You're making it feel the fact that you spent $222,000 and it is what it is. And that's what I love about it. So try that. Add up what you've spent. If you have an apartment, add up your apartment, what you spent. It might be $10,000 over the last year or two, and you're not even impressed with that because you made more than that on your tax return. I don't know, whatever it is. Add up all your apartments, okay? God house, God shelter. Remember what I was talking about? No matter what car you're in, you can only drive one car. No matter what house you own, you know what I mean? You can only really call one a home that night when you're sleeping. You can only hit 10 houses, but if tonight I'm sleeping in my Boca Raton house or Tampa house, I can feel this is mine, and it's providing me the shelter. Not like my other ones right now. That's God house. You can only live in one at a time. God car. Same thing. As many cars as you owned in your life, you can only operate one. They might have changed shapes and sizes, but that's God car. It can never be replaced. You know, our horses back in the day got their own category. Cars replaced that. Airplanes replaced that, but cars will always have their space. You know what I mean? No matter what futuristic cars they come out with, people and that are alive right now will be able to enjoy a hot rod. I don't know about the future, but you just sometimes you just gotta get behind and hit the gas and feel that American muscle. You know what I mean? So it's like, use it for that situation. As far as cars went, I added up because one car wouldn't be enough. I added it up to what I have spent on cars in the past. I don't know. In the past, what's it called? I don't know. Since I don't know, the last 3 or 4 cars basically, because they were like leases and stuff like that. $44,000 I spent on God car. And there's more than that, because I didn't count the cars that I bought when I grew up. I didn't count what I fixed on cars. I was spending hundreds of dollars a month on that I had a 68 or 70 Nova, the van. I was spending so much money on all these cars. I didn't even add that up, because your brain starts to mess with you. Your ego's gonna say, well, buddy, you didn't spend that much. If you overshoot by a little bit, even if you think you overshoot by a little bit, the ego's gonna step in and ruin the stuff for you. So stay low, undershoot, and the ego will shut the hell up and let you water your seed long enough to actually pull that thing into your life. Because remember, 60,000 thoughts a day, and they're all expecting you to not be able to spend $44,000 on a car or $222,000 on a house today. Everything in your life is telling you, and you 100% believe, that you can't do that right now, unless you can. But you can't do that right now. You're trying to get around all of that, which is like all of life. Okay, you don't need anything else kicking your back in. But this is a surefire way. I'll go to the security part in a second, but to be able to say, I really want you to stop and try it. Just do the math. You know, if your mortgage is $1,200, just say $1,000. You know, times 3 years or however long you've been there, and then you got a solid number to work with. Damn, I spent now I spent $30,000. I spent $222,000 on God House. And it feels amazing to be able to say that, because in order to manifest, this is the key right here, in order to manifest a situation where I am financially stable enough to spend $222,000 on a house. In order to manifest that, I first have to see it. You got to see it before you do it. Thoughts become things. What you focus on the most in life will grow. Focus on this. Okay? I cannot get in that situation if I don't say that out loud, at least to myself once a day. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But I water the seed. How? With this. I made a new card and I put it on there. I spent $22,000 on a home, on God Home, my shelter. Not on this house. You know what I mean? Because if you're adding up more than one house, that's going to mess with you. Okay? If you say shelter, now you're including hotel rooms and things that you've stayed in over the years. No. God Home. Okay? Something I call mine, because I'm making the payments on it. And I lay my head there and I call it home. And yes, $222,000, that's almost $250,000. I'm feeling good about that. And I'm going to manifest a situation where I'm spending that again. $44,000 on the car. Sounds like a good down payment on the Wraith. Sounds like an excellent down payment on the Wraith, or a down payment and don't talk to me for the first year. I don't want to hear from you. That type of shit. Or lease. No, well, I don't want to lease my first supercar. Now, I want to take it a step further for those of you who are dreaming big, for those of you who are going over the top with your dreams, like me. One thing you're going to need is security. Johnny Depp spends, I think, $138,000 a month on security. A month on security. Obviously, I plan on being bigger than that. He's a movie star. I'm trying to change the globe. So, how much have I spent on security so far? I actually looked up, I asked Google, I said, how much of my salary goes towards the police department? Because I was just going to calculate that up. If it was going to save 10%, 2%, 0.04%, I was going to take that of each paycheck that I've made since I was making, not since I was making paychecks, I'm not going all the way back to McDonald's and UPS. I basically just used the cop thing. Everything before that I don't even worry about, because it was just chunk change compared to what I made as a cop. So I was going to do that math, but once I realized out of all the government sections waste management, down all the way up to the secretary of the mayor is getting a chunk of that. So the portion that goes to the police department is going to be 0.000009. You know what I mean? Some craziness like that. So I said if I add that up, it's going to come up to, you know, $20. So I was like, nah, not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to include all of the security. I'm going to include all the security that I have at my disposal. Now, personally, do I have a military to protect me? Yes, I do. If somebody from another country comes, I'm here, I have it. Just because you do too doesn't mean I don't. Just because you're a god too doesn't mean I'm not. Okay? We both have a personal police department, personal military, secretaries, da-da-da-da-da. We got all these things in place. And so I said, you know what? Let me add up all the taxes I've spent, all the taxes I've paid over the past such and such. And that came up to over $300,000. I stopped at $300,000 because it was just a guesstimate. $300,000 in my lifetime. I gotta take this call. Yo, I'm live. What's up? Yo, I'm live right now. Like, I'm actually answering the phone while I'm live because you called me twice. What's up? Yeah. I'm sorry. Alright, hit me up. Later. My bad. Sometimes you gotta do it. You guys know me. I'm real as hell. And, you know, somebody important calls me on live. I swipe it off. They call me a second time. I gotta answer. You see it was quick and easy. $300,000 I've paid towards my personal security from threats foreign and domestic. And in that personal security involves secretaries, paperwork, accountants, all these different people. And so, yeah, I spent $300,000 on security, $222,000 on God home, and $44,000 on God vehicle, on God car. Ah! Now that is something you could take with you. Add it up, feel good, say the number over and over again, and watch little things happen to put you in that direction. This is new. I just had this morning, literally at like 02:36. That's when I wrote out this card. So, obviously, the fruits of this labor haven't come yet. It's still in the testing phase. I advise you guys to test it out with me. Make sure you water the right seeds. I smeared them out, and I got a 4, a 2, and an ace. That's God right there. There's a couple threes and shit in there too, but that's God right there. Working with me. Let's see if I can pull something hot on key while y'all here in front of me, out the middle of the pile. I ain't even looking at it. Never mind, I'm gonna pick another one. Oh, I picked 2 sevens. I'll take that. That's what happens. The universe sometimes will fuck with you and not give you exactly what you want, but it'll hit you with some nice shit, just like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do one more. Ace. Look at that. I'm gonna end that on that note. I love y'all, man. We the best out this camp. I do it on camera so y'all can see it ain't bullshit. This shit is real. This shit is real. Change your world. You can change your world. I love it. And the next couple videos is gonna be, I'm gonna be hitting on some heavy topics, and I'm gonna be calling some people out. But it's gonna, you know, all for the positive. All right. Love you guys. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. This has been another one. We the best, baby. We the best. NeoPositivity.com.